Good afternoon and welcome to Lunchtime Poetry with Lorie. I'm Lorie and I'm the teen librarian at Manlius Library, and today is the last Lunchtime Poetry for this summer. I'm going to be taking a break. I will definitely be back in April for National Poetry Month, when once again I'll be doing Lunchtime Poetry every day, and I'll probably be back a few times between now and then for special occasions and because I love poetry. I hope you do as well, and I hope you've enjoyed the poetry I've been sharing with you. For today, for our last day, I have Everything is a Poem, the best of J. Patrick Lewis. I'll be reading some selections from this. I'm going to start with The Gentleman Bookworm. There once was a gentleman bookworm, ate his words with a fork and a spoon. When his friends crawled down from Bookend Town, he offered them good night moon. He fed them The Wind in the Willows and a page out of Charlotte's Web. They were eating bazaar where the wild things are, when one of his guest worms said, "How sinfully rich and delicious! Why would anyone bother to cook? You've done it, dear boy. Now sit down and enjoy a bit of a bite of a book." Having dined at the table of contents, a worm, wiggling up to the host, said, "When do we eat?" "Ah, bon appetit," cried the gentleman bookworm, "a toast. Here's a bowl of my favorite verses and a dish of ridiculous rhyme. But might I suggest," said the host to the guest, "chew them slowly, one line at a time." So the worm waved her postage-stamped napkin, curled up in a round little ball. She proceeded to swallow the poems that follow, until she had swallowed them all. When the gentleman's potluck had ended, not a poem crumb littered the floor, and the worms who were able crawled down from the table. The host met his guests at the door. "Please remember," he said as they wiggled home to book nooks and paperback racks, "it's especially wise to combine exercise with a bowl full of poetry snacks." "Oh, what fun!" cried the gaggle of guest worms, who were laughing so hard that they shook. Then giggling gourmet up and wiggled away and dove into a poetry book. And that is The Gentleman Bookworm. Let's see. There it is. This next one is called First Men on the Moon, and it is in honor of Neil Armstrong and Buzz Aldrin. That afternoon in mid-July, two pilgrims watched from distant space the moon ballooning in the sky. They rose to meet it face to face. Their spidery spaceship Eagle dropped down gently on the lunar sand, and when the module's engines stopped, cold silence fell across the land. The first man down the ladder, Neil, spoke words that we remember now. Small step for man. It made us feel as if we too were there somehow. When Neil planted the flag and Buzz collected lunar rocks and dust, they hopped like kangaroos because of gravity or wanderlust. 250,000 miles away, one small blue planet watched in awe, and no one who was there that day will soon forget, the moon they saw. And that was actually on July 20th, 1969. First Men on the Moon. This next one is called Orange Johnson. Orange Johnson wakes at dawn, puts his golden slippers on, climbs the summer sky at noon, trading places with the moon. Orange Johnson runs away with the blue tag end of day, switching off the globe lamp light, pulling down the shades of night. And that's Orange Johnson. This next one is called Fireflies. It's very short, and it's very evocative of my childhood during August nights. An August night. The wind not quite a wind, the sky not just a sky, and everywhere the speckled air of summer stars alive in jars. And that's Fireflies. And finally, oh no, I've got two more, sorry. This one is called Are Bluebirds Why Houses Have Windows? And it's a collection of questions and statements that make you think. Is sadness the reason for rainbows? Are gardens why people have knees? Are bluebirds why houses have windows? Are geese the inventor of V's? A drought is the rain's inspiration. A flood is a river's despair. The sun is a storm on vacation. A rose is a gift to the air. The sky's a high fashion designer. The ocean's a bowl of fish soup. Blue whale was the first ocean liner, and seagulls made up the word swoop. Snowflakes are the world's art collection. A full moon's a firefly to the stars. A canyon's a flatland's correction. The wind's just a gust of guitars. Would tides like to skip daily practice at filling the shore's hourglass? Are porcupines cousin to cactus? Are jellyfish breakable glass? An orchard's the reason for ladders. The tallest trees laugh at a star. A weed is indeed a misunderstood seed. But a rose, oh a rose, always wins by a nose. A rose is a gift to the air. And that is Our Bluebirds Why Houses Have Windows. And finally, everything is a poem. A garden is a poem, lined with rows of similes, like lyrical chrysanthemums and epic peonies. A spiderweb's a poem, composed upon the air, silk designed and deftly lined to catch the unaware. A mirror is a poem, revealing truths about the poet, but it often leaves a shadow of a doubt. A firefly's a poem, a flashy verse sublime, that's read by other fireflies, one sparkle at a time. A picture is a poem if it's painted in disguise on a canvas of emotion from a palette of surprise. A rainbow is a poem, a phenomenon so rare. It's not that it is written, but it's written on the air. A shining star's a poem penned by ghostwriter the moon, who publishes her verses in a book called Clair de Lune. A busy bee's a poem with nectar that's so fine, a reader-eater laps up every honey of a line. And that is Everything is a Poem. And this has been The Best of J. Patrick Lewis, a book in our collection. I hope that you have enjoyed Lunchtime Poetry as much as I have. It has been my absolute delight to bring you poetry every week at noon for lunchtime. You can always go back and watch the previous ones, and they will stay up on YouTube. If you're a teen in the Teen Manliest Library Summer Reading Program, your secret code for today is AUTUMN, capital A, UTUMN, AUTUMN. Head over to your account, click on the Lunchtime Poetry Mission, and enter that word, AUTUMN, to complete today's activity and get your points. And now I have some special announcements for you for what's coming up in the fall. We'll have some programs starting in September, another one in October, and then even some more in November. So stay tuned for that. Have a great weekend. Have a great rest of your summer. I'll see you sometime in the fall. Happy reading. And now I have some programming notes for you for what's coming up. As fun as it's been, my summer virtual programming, Middle Grade Monday, Teen Book Tuesday, Create with Lorie, and Lunchtime Poetry will come to an end the week of August 31st. So the week leading up to Labor Day will be the last week of summer programming. I'll be taking a couple weeks off from programming starting the Labor Day weekend. That's to give me some planning time and also to give you all some time to settle into new and different fall and back to school schedules. But never fear, I will be back with virtual programming beginning the week of September 21st. Some of the programming is going to stay the same. Some of it's going to change a little bit. I'll tell you what's going to happen. Middle grade Monday is coming back. Mondays at 4. It will focus entirely on middle grade books, primarily grades 4 to 7. I'm taking the craft part out. More on that in just a minute. Teen Book Tuesday will start up again, just as it's been, maybe even better. Tuesdays at 4 here on the YouTube channel. It'll continue to be a source for new and fantastic book suggestions and other bookish news from the teen room, For example, we just got in the audiobook of The Ballad of Songbirds and Snakes. If you're a Hunger Games fan, this is the 4th book in the series, which is actually a prequel, and I talk about it in a previous Teen Book Tuesday. We also just got Midnight Sun, the Twilight Saga from Edward's point of view. This one has a little bit of a wait list, so get yourself over to our website and put a hold on it so you can get your copy. And don't forget, we have several teen Kindles. These are loaded, preloaded, with lots and lots of great young adult books and audiobooks and some games and other apps. So don't forget that those are available for you to call and request for curbside service. I have a new program starting on Thursday, September 24th. It's called Take and Make, and it's for teens and tweens ages 10 and up. It'll post every Thursday at 4 p.m. on YouTube. It's going to replace Create with Lorie. So it'll be crafts and art activities, but you'll be able to register for a kit. Come and get it via our curbside service, and then craft, paint, sew. In other words, make art with me, but at your convenience. The kits will be limited in number and available until they're gone. The program will be pre-recorded and available at any time after posting. And the kits will include everything you need to make the project, with the exception of some common household items like scissors, pens and pencils, and occasionally some glue. Lunchtime Poetry is taking a hiatus, but never fear, it will be back for National Poetry Month in April, and maybe even for some special occasions between now and then. And looking forward to later in the fall, I do have some new things I'm working on for October and November. First Fridays will be a monthly program starting in October with something different every month for teens and tweens, or anyone really. Maybe a scavenger hunt or an escape experience or a trivia contest. I'll present it via YouTube the first Friday of every month at 9 a.m. So stay tuned for details soon about the first Friday. Teen Trivia will start on October 7th. It's going to be every other Wednesday night at 7:30 on Facebook Live using Kahoot. You'll be able to compete individually or on teams for prize packs that you can pick up via our curbside service. And then in November, I know that's a long way away, but starting November 1st, Monday in a Mug. So alternate evenings, 7:30 on Facebook Live, I will show teens or anyone how to make things in a mug using basic ingredients and a microwave. I'll provide a list of ingredients ahead of time, and it'll be posted on our calendar. So watch for details about that. I think we're going to start with cake in a mug. In addition to my programming, Miss Wendy, of course, has a great lineup of programming for the younger set, and there's lots coming for adults as well, so stay tuned for that. We're also working on some different resources to help out with the challenges this new school year will bring for everyone. So stay tuned for more announcements about that. In the meantime, remember to take advantage of our curbside service. You can reserve and check out books, audiobooks, movies, even binge boxes, and so much more. Visit our website at manliestlibrary.org for more details and to make a curbside appointment. I hope you found some small pleasure in the programming we've offered this summer. Enjoy the rest of your August. If you have any questions or comments about any of this, or suggestions for future programs or services that we could provide, please send me an email at lfinger@manliestlibrary.org. I'll see you in the fall. Be cool, stay well, and happy reading.